what the fuck would this be called? Now we're installing the Thrashin risers, bars, top clamp. We got ODI bars, ODI lock-on grips. This is basically going to change your whole cockpit of your bike. This is definitely something I recommend on these. It takes a bagger from awesome to fucking amazing. So yeah, let's dive into this. Definitely recommend getting something to cover your tank because you will scratch it if you don't, because you're going to be resting bars and clamps and all kinds of shit on top of this. Definitely invest in something like this, or a moving blanket or towels or whatever.
First thing, you got to pull this little guy off. It's just a cover. There's a little slot. You just lift up on the back and it slides right out. Just take that off, set that aside. Then you need your keys. There's a little lever underneath. I'll show you after I get it off, but put it into the slot. Hold this up. So you have to turn it to the first click. And there's a little button right there. Basically what you do is turn it once this way, hold this down with your finger, and then turn this to the left, and this whole thing will come out. But you don't want to, when you pull it straight out, don't turn it too much because it'll change your whole key switch situation. We're not using this, but you need to be able to put it back in to turn the bike off while you're working on it.
So you guys know, this key situation right here on the stock one, you will not be using if you end up with this Thrashin riser top clamp. It has it all built in right there. So we're going to be getting rid of all that and then installing this top clamp, and then you can have different riser positions and run whatever bars you want. Also the gauge relocation. So then we're going to be getting rid of all these bezels, all this plastic junk, and cleaning up the front end a lot.
That's badass.
We're going to say a big thing you guys need to do beforehand doing this top clamp.
You have to take this to Harley and have them switch this to keyless so you can get rid of this whole unit, because when you take this off you won't be able to start the bike, but Harley will make it to where this is what controls all that, and this goes bye-bye.
Yep. So if you're doing this top clamp, for sure take this to Harley and have them flash it to do the keyless beforehand, or else you're gonna fuck yourself.
You need a T25 Torx. That's what it looks like.
It's a star boy.
You need to take off these two bezel screws on the side. And that thing will come off.
There's two clips on this gray piece right here. You just lift these out a little bit and they'll unplug. And then this one.
That one's fun.
Yeah.
This plug is a bitch and a half. You have to stick your finger in there and grab it and pull it out. It's hidden, so you kind of have to reach in there. This one's forward, but for whatever reason they run them
One's backwards.
There is a tool for that.
Next up, we're going to be taking off this front shroud, which we will not be needing because we're going to be replacing this whole top clamp. So you're going to use T40 on both sides, and it looks like unclip it and it should come out. It's always fun working on brand new bikes.
That's badass. Just like that.
This is why I don't have show bikes, because I just want to crash all my bikes so they're scratched, so I don't have to worry about them getting scratched. Didn't scratch it though, I hit the rubber.
Hey, here you go. Oh, we should probably tell you too. You kind of have to do this on the ground so you can turn the bars.
Steve made a good point. We're doing this one on the ground, so the front wheel's not in the chalk on the stand. You kind of have to move the bars around a lot on this. I don't really have the biggest garage ever. We're not a full motorcycle shop, but we do have a lot of tools here, more than normal. But all these installs you can for sure be doing on your own in your garage as long as you have the right set of tools.
Once you get these bolts out, this will come out, especially if you have a fresh painted brand new bike. Don't drop this on the fender.
So next up we can, there we go. So you can unclip those two and do it half and then half.
Now we can unplug all this spaghetti right here.
Anything that's going through the bars, we need to take out of the bars all the wiring and then route it through the new handlebars to where it'll all be buttoned up again.
So with this top clamp, you got to take all these out of here. So what you do is you pinch down on these and push it out. Nope. Kind of a pain, but push those out and then it just slips out. This goes bye-bye.
Now we're going to take off all the controls. Get these away from the handlebars. God, that is so heavy.
Mm-hmm. This is not race shit. This is fucking bullshit. So you got your trip button. You grab it and you kind of lift up and it'll just pull right off. But you need to keep that. It's very important.
You can't go on no trips.
No, you ain't going on no trips after that. These are 2-piece. They come apart. Pull the hand control out.
So we're going to fish out the throttle by wire. Next up, taking off the top clamp. Instead of taking off the risers and bars and everything, we're just taking off the whole clamp, getting rid of all this bullshit. Front, 5/16 Allen. These two right here on both sides are going to be 1/4. 3 Allens. Doing so good.
Thank you.
Nice. Harder. Don't jam it in there.
Need some lube on this.
You could sell these factory zip ties on eBay. Oh, I thought it said patent on it. I'm like, they patent their own zip ties? Out with old Sturgis man kit, the bullshit, in with the new. Top clamp's going in right now. You gotta make sure that the cables are on top or else you're gonna hose yourself. But yeah, throw some Loctite. I only have one color here, so that's all we do. There's also different positions with this top clamp. If you want them farther away from you, I'm short, so we're gonna go the forward position. And then I got these awesome little covers. This is why we use impacts. When you take the top clamp off, there's going to be some stress on the fork tubes. And to get that top clamp in, your best bet is to put it up on a stand.
There she is.
This should be like a 4-man job, but you know, more skilled, so. Cross thread it, so we don't have to take them off again. Nice. Proper torque specs. There it goes.
I heard the click.
Gotta wait for the click. Damn, it already looks better. Damn, fool.
Right there.
I'm gonna be done first.
Probably. That has to go away.
This bike is getting the first pair of these ODI Vans, gum bottom grips. These come out June 1st?
June 1st.
These will be out June 1st. If you watch this video after this, you can purchase them probably on our website or any other ODI retailer. But these lock-on grips are badass. These Vans ones are coming out real soon. So if you run a road glide and you want to change out the bars, or I guess a bagger in general, your best bet is to get the Thrashin perch clamps, which they don't have in stock. They're going to be back in stock. We didn't have them for the time of this install, so we put stock ones off of any kind of Dyna Sportster, anything. Yeah. So these are just the perch clamps off of there, so they don't have that big, huge one with the dimple in there. So yeah, definitely find a pair of those, or buy the Thrashin ones when they're in stock. Now we're off to the gauge relocation. So I'm going to take the stock gauges out of this bezel. new screws, and a carbon backing. If you don't carbon, you don't performance bagger. After you get your gauges in there and you button them all up, this beautiful carbon backing, ready to plug it in. Look how good that looks, minus all my fingerprints. So upon first inspection, they have an extension arm. So this is way too tall for this current riser setup. So we're just gonna eliminate that because our bars aren't that tall. I'm gonna run the gauges right upon the risers.
Damn.
Fucking Sturgis. Since we're not running the bezel that covers all the plastic shit, I think it's ugly. We're cleaning up the wiring right here. He's zip tying it into a nice bundle that looks a lot cleaner than just being crazy and frayed everywhere. Stock stuff just looks too old man for me.